welcome to Made in Ely, where we chat to local business owners about what they're building and how they're doing it, recorded here at the Ely Work Collective. So today's guest is Helena, owner of Helrica Massage Clinic. Welcome.
Hello, hi.
Hello. Welcome in. Got some fabulous glasses. So for when people see this virtually as well, it looks beautiful. So let's kick off first of all. So for people that don't know you, don't know about the business, tell us who you are and exactly where you are.
So as you said, I'm Helena and I own Helrica Massage Clinic in Littleport. Yeah. I specialise in oncology massage, menopause massage, lymphatic drainage and alternative hair consultations for ladies who are starting their wig journey, whether it be from menopause symptoms catching up with them or treatment or whatever their reasons are. Yeah. Maybe like me, I didn't have any of those and I still delved into it. So that's what I'm hoping to do.
Yeah, amazing. So, first of all, we're going to dive into all sorts of things, elements of that pick. It's amazing. But first of all, the name. It's quite a unique name.
Yes, there is a
Tell us a bit
story.
about, what sort of where that came from.
So Helrica is made up of Hel from me, Helena, and the RICA bit is from Erica, my friend who passed away in 2023. She lost her battle with cancer, so I had to say goodbye to her then. So I put the two together and we have Helrica Massage Clinic now to help other people.
That's amazing. Wow, what a an important story for the name as well. So
I knew that the name would come one day. I was out walking and everyone was throwing suggestions at me and I was like, no, that's not right. And then I just knew when it came to me, I was like, oh my God.
That's perfect. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. And just like you said, some way of honouring your friend. Yeah. That's incredible. Yeah. Amazing. So, take us back. It's a bit where I'm like, we need a little rewind element here. Your kind of journey into massage therapy, what your background, kind of getting into that. Why?
I mean,
why
how
pick
far
that?
back? Where do we start? How far back do I go? I think I'm going to start this by talking about maybe the hair thing because that will explain where we've got to. So absolutely. Erica was doing her treatment and she lost her hair through her chemo and she said to me one day, I don't know what to do about this wig thing. And I said, what do you mean this wig thing? And she said, well, I get offered one by the NHS. What will I do? I said, why are you even asking? I said, get it, take it, She said, I don't think I'd be brave enough to wear one. I said, I'll do it with you. Get me one. I said, I've always wanted long blonde hair. So she got me a wig. She got one for herself. And I used to pick her up on a Wednesday and we'd go to the Cherry Tree in Hadnam, which is where she lived. Yeah. And we'd go out for lunch on a Wednesday and she wouldn't have worn it if it wasn't for me, like going out with her wearing it. So then I shaved off my hair and I started wearing wigs. Wow. Because I hated my hair all my life. For 43 years, I was cried. The tears I have cried, Catherine, over that hair, I tell you. So it freed me up as well as playing around with her and getting her out for the time we had left. So, and here we are now 3 years later and maybe I won't let my husband listen to this, but we have like 320 wigs now.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Wow.
It's like playing Guess Who. It's like, what have I not been for a while? Or like today it was like I had two options and I was like, it's really going to be hot, so I'm just going to go with this one. Plus if I wore this one, I could wear these glasses. So I was like, that's it, we'll go with that one.
Yeah, I love that.
It's so much fun and it's made me so happy.
Yeah.
I was never into makeup. When I was younger. My two sisters were, but I was not. I thought it was something that you put on your face. If you don't know how to apply it properly, you'll end up with spots. Yeah. Waste of money because you wash it down the sink at the end of the night. And even if I did put it on, I still had that on the top of my head. So I just never felt like I could do anything with my face that would make my hair any better. So I just bypassed it all, didn't bother. Then when I started wearing the wigs with Erica, I thought, maybe I'll dabble into this makeup business, because the hair was making me feel so much better about myself. Yeah. And I went on a 3-morning course at King's Lynn College. It was £20, best £20 I've ever spent for the 3 mornings, not £20 each morning, £20 for the 3 mornings. Oh my God. To learn how to apply your own makeup at home. So it was all like, it's a safe space. You can do whatever you need to do here. So everyone else was clipping their hair back or putting bands on. And I thought, I don't need to mess my hair for doing that. I'll just take it off. So I just got one of the wig stands off the window because it was a hair and beauty room. And I put my hair on it. So the first week we learned skincare. The second week we applied our foundation. Yeah. And then on that second week when I put my head forward and put my hair back on, I looked in the mirror and I was like crying, and all I kept thinking to myself was, stop crying, you're going to ruin the makeup you've just put on. So I really enjoyed it, and looking back at me, the reason I was crying was the girl that I'd always wanted to be, the one that had this confidence with this long hair, and it was just the person I'd always wanted to be. Wow. And I then thought, let's see what else is around. So I remember going to an open day at Wisbech College back in April on the 16th. I have a photo on my wall. I know exactly where that photo was taken. And I nearly didn't go, Catherine, to the open day, even though it was free to attend. And I'd put my makeup on and I'd got dressed. And I thought, oh, Helena, what could they possibly have at Wisbech College or any college that you could do, or anything you'd be any good at, or anything you could offer them? And then I thought, well, the sun is shining. I like driving my car, so I'll just go, because otherwise it is a waste of makeup, which is what I was always harping on about. So I went over and, it just went from there. I remember ringing Mark from the car park and saying, I think I might have just signed up for a full-time makeup level 2 beauty therapy course. It was 3 days a week, so I just moved my working days to other days, or I'd come home from college and I'd start working then. Yeah. And I did 13 modules. I completed them all with distinctions. I was awarded Student of the Year for my Barbie project that I did, because we had to do a creative image project. We had to do one mood board. I had 19. Yeah. Mark had to take a day's holiday to take his car over as well as mine. I took up the whole of the back of the room. It was because we had one of our the topics was either like a special occasion, fantasy, or historical figure. And I typed in, is Barbie a historical figure? And Google said it was.
Absolutely.
Because she was, because she'd been moulding little girls for like since 1959. Yeah. And I was like, that's it, I'm off with Barbie. And it was just no stopping me. Wow. It was crazy. I learned all about Ruth Handler, who designed and made Barbie dolls, and how she herself had breast cancer, and she used the silicone and the plastic from Barbie dolls to make prostheses for women back in 1970 when she had her own mastectomy on the 17th of June. And then I've just completed some exams last week on the 17th of June, so I had my Barbie tattoo done on my way home. On that day I rang them up and said, look, I know I'm not booked in for ages, but I finished my exams earlier than I was supposed to be. Can I please have my Barbie tattoo done? Because dates mean so much to me. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So where did then the transition, I guess, into more the holistic side of things?
So when I was doing the beauty course, it wasn't really I love doing manicures, pedicures, because they involved the foot massage and the hand massage. But I knew that I didn't want to spend all day, every day, sitting in front of in a nail bar, just turning out different coloured nails all day. It wasn't about the aesthetic side of things. It was about making people feel better. Yeah. I loved doing facials. And I remember one day after an exam, I was speaking with not my tutor, but her boss, Lisa. Yeah. And I remember Lisa saying, Helena, you really should look into massage. Yeah. And we talked about how there was like oncology massage. This is where it all came from. And she pointed me in the direction of a training school, but it was in Scotland, and you had to all by video. I preferred to do things in person. Absolutely. So I started researching, and I found Cambridge Wellness Clinic in Peterborough, and Kerry, who I've become friends with now, and I train with her. And it just, again, went from there. I did all my courses with Kerry, and I just love making people feel better. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. So what I guess then linking that back to in terms of in previous past as well, so you've been a Macmillan support buddy.
Yes, I am. I am. Yeah. Okay. So I'm still doing that, and I have done now for 3 since Helrica went. So
yeah, and I guess that ties in really nicely as well into.
This is just an extension. Yeah. What I'm doing now is an extension of that, and it's just somewhere for people to actually come to, because at the moment it's remote what I do over the phone, helping people. So for someone to be actually able to come to a place where we can look at alternative hair, or we can give my people from Macmillan a massage. Yeah. So quite a bit of what I do will be like voluntary. There'll be no charge for my Macmillan people. Yeah. I'm donating £10 from every treatment that it might do at the clinic all the time, not just an opening offer or anything. It will always be donated to Macmillan. I've arranged that with my Macmillan manager.
Wow, that's amazing, absolutely amazing. So we're going to obviously think about sort of the oncology massage and the menopause side of things. Obviously that those treatments themselves are incredibly special. Incredible, the fact that you offer
again,
that.
Because people were like, "Oh, are you going to do deep tissue? Are you going to do sports massage?" No, I don't. I want to be really good at the things that I do. I don't want to keep branching off and doing different things. And this is where it all started from.
Absolutely.
So the oncology, obviously, like I said, it's very light touch. Yeah. It's very relaxing. People have said to me, "Oh my God, Helena, I have slept for the first time in 3 months," or whatever. It's just so relaxing, so light. It's just lovely. And I'm so relaxed when I'm doing it. I mean, it was when I was practicing on one of my friends for my exams, I remember her words, and she said, "Oh, Lenny, you found your niche. You've found your thing. You know, you're just so good at it. And when there's nothing, it's not stoppy and starty. It just flows, and it's so lovely. And while I'm doing the massage, I'm not thinking about the hoovering or the whatever else that I wasn't planning on doing that day anyway. But I feel less guilty about it.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And what I suppose as well is it one of the big things, and we've talked about this sort of outside the podcast as well. You're saying is it's all that element of how you make people feel, that you know, and that's bigger in terms of like your offering. It's not just obviously the massage itself incredible and you know
exactly. And menopause, we talked about this as well, didn't we? But I mean, the menopause side of things, I was always going to train in anyway, and I had my course already started. And then before Christmas, Catherine, I don't know if we've said this outside of work, but the anxiety from the perimenopause hit me like a train, a brick, a bus, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I remember going to Cambridge with my friend Tracy, came home, everything was fine. We'd had a lovely day, got off the bus. I didn't leave the house for 6 weeks. I'm not joking. I literally didn't leave the house for 6 weeks. I remember once I couldn't post a letter. I had to ask my son to post a letter, although I did spend all evening asking him, you did actually post the letter, didn't you?
Isn't that panic sets in?
Like, just chuck it in
has it actually been done?
Or something, you know? So yeah, I can actually relate. You know, as so many times you go for things, whether it be a haircut or a massage, and people go, "Oh, I've heard one of my other clients said that." I can actually really resonate with the people who walk through my door. Yeah, you know, and people say to me, "Oh, do you have set hours?" No, I don't. I am open all the time. I answer messages all the time. Why would I want to have set hours where the very woman who needs a menopause massage, and the only thing I'm offering her is 2:30 on a Monday. Yeah. Well, at 2:30 on a Monday, she's probably either about to kill the kid on the school run, or she's in a meeting that she's sweating through and just wants it to end. Yeah. Well, how can she be on my table letting me make her feel better? Yeah. So I'm very flexible. I live near to the clinic. Just nip down there and do a massage at any hour. Doesn't matter if, you know, it's open 24/7 basically. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah,
but that right there, I think, there's so many things you touched on there that I think that makes you very different in terms of your just how you're thinking about the business, how you're setting it up. Is very, you know, you're very the type of clients that you're naturally going to attract, the types of folks that are going to come and work with you. You're really, really thinking about them in terms of everything, because I think that's you know, but so many people are like, oh, these are my, you know, this is my target, or these are the folks, these are my customers.
I'm all about the small details.
But I don't think about,
you know, you even mentioned about the coaster when I came in this morning. I am all about the small details, and like one of the questions we were going to talk about was like, what have I done at the clinic to make it ready for people, even down to the cups. So I have a certain set of cups for my oncology people, and then I have sort of inspiring, like, beautiful, or one woman for, what is it, some woman for one woman, or something like, you know, there's loads of different motivational ones, and they'll be for my menopause and my lymphatic drainage people. But for the oncology ones, it's just lovely plain purple cups. And these are all the things that matter to me. You know, there's no clocks. I will not have a clock or watch, a phone. Okay, I'll have my phone for my music, but I won't be checking my phone every 5 minutes going, oh, Catherine's next in, she's outside waiting in the waiting room, and I now need to hurry Lisa up or whatever. There is none of that. Literally, I want to be known as the person where you go at 10 o'clock in the morning and you barely make it to the school gate to pick the kids up at 3:20.
That's amazing, because I think, like I say, especially in this day and age, especially, I think that's very rare to have that kind of where you don't feel like, you know, there's a clock.
And as soon as people walk out my door, it's going to be back to the phone. They'll turn their phone back on, and it'll be like, what did I miss? We all do it, you know. I do it myself. But maybe if they've been a few times to me, they might think, actually, I love how I feel when I walk out of there. I'm going to ask my mum to have little, you know, whoever their child's name is, a little bit longer, just so that I can extend that relaxed feeling when I walk out the door instead of back into life straight away. Yeah. Oh no, I think that's it's so important. And I think I remember, personally, I think I remember the first time as well I'd met you. It was at Gemma's networking event. Yes, it was.
And I remember we'd been messaging a bit beforehand, hadn't we? And you bought me the most wonderful little personal gift. So it was like some lavender
crochet bag that I made for you,
with my name on and with a little note in there. And I thought, my gosh, at that point I'd never met you before, and I just thought, God, and that has stuck with me and will stick with me.
So my ribbon maker is like my favourite toy.
But that's what I mean. I think it's, you know, the fact that the effort you went to do that, and to you know, I think if that's only like a small inkling of what folks are going to get.
And I mean, I've been messaging clients who are booking in with me now, people who are booking in with me now, and I've been messaging them saying, because one lady's getting ready for her holiday, so I messaged her last night and said, oh, how's the packing going along? I don't just think, oh, let's check my diary, who have I got in? Oh, Catherine, right, I haven't spoken to her in a couple of weeks, so better like chip in now. I talk all the way along.
Yeah.
So it's like having friends, and then while they're over having a cup of tea, I think, oh, do you know what? I've got no one booked in for a massage. Hop on the table, and I'll, that's what I wanted to feel like for me as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rushing around. Just life's too short. And when Helrica left, I just thought, you know what? Life's too short. So,
absolutely. One of the things that I'd like to expand as well, the digital elements. You mentioned there that you're kind of available almost 24/7, which, my gosh, you're a brave woman. From that side, in terms of folks booking in with you and that kind of experience, you have in your mind of a bit of a unique way of doing that.
Yeah, so I absolutely hate automated emails, and this is something I say to everyone now about the clinic. I said, the day that an email would ever go out from me, from Helrica Massage Clinic, and it says, "Morning, Catherine, look forward to seeing you later on at 2:00 or whatever," and it was like, your name's actually Lisa.
Yeah.
I would be mortified.
I know exactly
I would
what you
close
mean.
the doors of the clinic and I would never massage again, ever. I never want that. I want to message all my people. I want to know their kids' names. I'll remember. I mean, I have friends of mine who I'll message them the night before and say, "Oh, I hope Gracie gets on well tomorrow," and my friend will go, "Why, what's Gracie doing tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Oh, hasn't she got sports day?" And they're like, "Oh my God, yes, Gracie, we need to get your stuff ready for sports day." So that's the kind, reminder. Yeah, I want to remind. I just want to check in and go, "How was the holiday? How was this? How is it? Are you ready for this or whatever?" And let people know. And that's not put on. That's not me doing it because, oh, this is what I've said I want to do at the clinic. This is. The whole thing about Helrica Massage Clinic is that it's me. People say to me, "Oh, you do know if you had this automated thing, or if you had your reminders go out automatically, or if you just cut the little treats down or the little extras, you could fit 2 more people in." I don't want to fit the other 2 people in. I want to give the 3 people who are booked in all the extras. I want to do all that because there isn't anywhere else that does it. Everything is so fast paced now, and I want to stick true to myself, true to the tutu dancing girl with the heart-shaped glasses, and people, there will be some people who don't like that. I get it. Yeah. There will be people who don't want to give up 2 hours for a 1-hour massage. They just want to get in, do the massage, and out. That's absolutely fine. There are plenty of clinics and massage places out there that do that, and then there are other people who will love what I do.
Absolutely. No, it's all about finding your tribe.
It is.
I think we've certainly James and I've been the same here. I think with the collective, that absolutely resonated with me when I was saying about the email element, because we're saying we do a weekly newsletter, and it's always my biggest fear. So I don't know how many times I check that. As in, like, the name's correct, is everything okay?
Well, I had one the other day where I was supposed to be doing
panic.
a Zoom call, and I'd had to move it. And yet I got a 10-minute reminder, we're on in 10 minutes. I thought, what are we on for? That was cancelled like a week ago. And I just thought, that's exactly what I don't want.
Yeah. And then, like you both said, back to especially the types of clients particularly that you're going to be what you're working with. They've already got all of that stress in their lives anyway. It's like you want to take that away
policy.
from them.
I am so flexible. I do ask for a deposit for booking appointments. That's just because I have to drive to the clinic, and I do need some commitment from people. But if an oncology client of mine rang up and said, "Helena, I've been between the treatment, I've started a new type of treatment and it's knocked me for 6." If the poor person can't get to the sofa and make a cup of tea, they're hardly going to drive to Littleport. I am so flexible, Catherine. We will just pick it up and move it, and if they're still not feeling well, we'll move it again. I just need that initial commitment from someone so that I'm not wasting my time.
Absolutely.
That's it. No, but other than that, and when I was designing the website with my friend Sarah, she was like, "Oh, policies," and I said, "Oh, we can knock off the S for a start. There is literally one. Pay the deposit. I know that you're not going to mess me around, and I will be as flexible as you want." That's it. That's the only policy that's on the page. There isn't all these ones where you scroll through and hardly don't read them anyway, or you get bored, or you go, yeah, I've seen it a million times. People will not be saying, I've seen it a million times for Helrica Massage Clinic, I promise you.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So talking about the space, you touched on a little bit earlier on about with the cups, which I'm intrigued. I'm going to come and see. Obviously, the space where you said you're in Littleport. There's been a bit of a journey in terms of getting there.
Everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer of it. So,
absolutely. Yeah. So tell us a bit about the kind of setup there and how that's gone.
So we're still working on it. It opens next Wednesday, the 1st of July.
Exciting.
Yes. So my husband, bless him, Father's Day, we were grafting away in the heat. I mean, Friday was awful last weekend. We were painting. When I say we were painting, Mark was painting.
Yeah,
I was handing the roller, and I was, getting the the blue towel for if it got on where it shouldn't have gone. But and looking fabulous and pretty. I mean, that's a job in itself. Yeah. So we've been over there for 4 days, and it's amazing what you can get done in 4 days.
Yeah.
I think this weekend we shall see a lot more, nearly finished now, and then ready for next Wednesday. So
Oh my gosh, amazing.
I've already got loads of people booked in, which is so lovely.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And I feel like they're friends already because, like I said, some of them are going on holiday and they're booked in for when they come back as like a little lymphatic drainage detox after the all-inclusive holiday, and others have got surgeries coming up, so they want to be. That's why they're booking in for their lymphatic drainage, because they want to be as healthy as they can going into them, so that when they come out the other side, we can carry on with our treatment and speed up the recovery and just,
Amazing. And you touched on there a little bit about, obviously, in that journey, in that kind of process. How have you found that sort of from the business side of it, in terms of, I guess as folks that you've worked with, connections, other businesses and things like that. How have you found that sort of side of things?
Yeah, I think because we talked about this earlier on, we were making a cup of tea, and I think one of the best things that has come out of this for me is I changed. I know I keep going on about the hair thing, but I changed when this went on my head.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here now. Yeah. Well, number one, I never thought I had anything to say, although some people probably will listen to this and go, she still doesn't have anything to say. But I never thought I would have anything enough to say to be sitting here with you doing a podcast. Never would have walked into a room to do networking. I would have walked into a room before Catherine and I would have thought, oh God, I hope no one looks at me. And now I walk in, if they don't look at me, I think, oh, I don't think they saw me, actually. Let's go and do that again. And I come in, flouncing the tutu a little bit more. My confidence has grown. And if I only help one person by having Helrica Massage Clinic open, I'll have done what I set out to do. I've met Gemma from Emotion Fit. Yeah. She's so lovely, and we've become really good friends. Sarah, who's doing my website. Yeah. That was another friendship that I've, got from doing this journey. And the best one of all is I bought a wig 3 years ago in August off of Vinted from a lady called Sharon. Yeah. And Sharon is my dearest friend now. She lives 3 hours away in Sunderland. We've met up. We've gone on holiday, her family and mine. We talk a million times every day. Every day. Yeah. And that was just from buying a wig off of someone. So the friendships are out there if people are just open to it, Yeah.
That's amazing. Like I say, that's what's so lovely, isn't it? I think about that, the sort of, the business and personal community side of it is that, people then turn into friends, those connections, those, and you just don't know where that's going to kind of come from.
Yeah. And I mean, going back as well, we were saying earlier on about how I can resonate with the people walking through the door from all of the things that come through the people that come through the door for the different services I do. Yeah. From the oncology side of things, I have Macmillan that I do. I lost Erica, so I know I've lost other people as well. Menopause, I've gone through it myself. So when someone tells me, oh my God, the anxiety, I literally know how she's feeling. Yeah. The hair thing. When someone says to me, oh, Helena, I don't know if I could wear a wig going out. What if Janice down the road sees? Well, number one, I'm going to try and help these people to realise that it doesn't really matter what Janice thinks, because we only have one life and we really need to just get out there and live it. Yeah. But also I can say to them, oh my God, I remember the day I stood outside Nationwide in March with my finger on the green button that says press this to open the door, and I thought, oh, are we doing this, Helena? Because if you walk in there, you do not look like you did yesterday. And I had a £5.86 wig on my head that I bought from Shein, and I still felt better, Catherine, walking in that door with that on my head than I did what I was born with.
That's amazing.
And now I just go in and they go, oh my God, I love this one. Is that new? It's amazing.
The difference that it makes.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So talking about that, about the confidence side, so one of the phrases that you, and is a big thing I've heard you say, is that beautiful every day.
Beautiful, yes, like my T-shirt and my mug.
I love that. Well, tell us a bit about that. Why? Yeah,
I was thinking about this last night, and isn't it funny how, like, when we're 4 and 5, it's okay to go up Tesco's with the little fairy wings on and your little star thing. Mine came yesterday actually from Team. My little star was so excited about it last night with the little streamers up it. And we go up with our sparkly wellies and our tutu on, and everyone goes, oh, you're really so cute. Yeah. Oh, look at you. By the time we're 45, life's beating it out of us. There's something wrong. You need looking up if you do that.
Yeah.
Why? Who has the right to tell me I can't go to Tesco? I'm not hurting anybody. Yeah. If you don't like it, look away. Yeah. And I had that knocked out of me for so many years that I'm now coming back with a vengeance. It's like up to a whole other notch, And again, I just want to help other women realise that you know, people are going to talk about you anyway, so you might as well be fabulous while they do it and just flick your hair and walk away.
Absolutely. So, and that's what I think is so lovely about what you're offering, because you've got obviously the massage time for predominantly as well for folks that are going through probably a time in their life where they really don't feel beautiful at all.
And they'll be coming in and they'll see me in different hair. I won't wear the same one every time. So they'll see me in different hair and think, oh, God, if she can do it. Because it isn't just cancer treatment that drives women down, obviously, because, you know, luckily I haven't had that myself. But menopause affects so many women now. Yeah. If you actually look at the statistics and the reasons why women are wearing wigs, and more people are doing it, it's still a little bit like, you know, outside the box or whatever, but I mean, the box I used to live in is so far away now you can't even see it. But it's I just want to change that. I want people to see that wigs don't mean you have to be like all looking like 90. People won't be able to tell a mile off that you're wearing one. They don't fall off. I've been parascending on holiday. I've ridden a motorbike. I've learned to ride a motorbike. I've flown a glider plane. I've jumped out of a plane. I've done aerial hoop at the pole shed. And they don't come off. They do not come off. Yeah.
So down with that road, is there anything? I guess common questions maybe you get from folks for the first time that are sort of going, I'd like to try a wig, but I'm not sure. Is there any kind of common questions?
Not really. I haven't. No. I mean, I've got 2 consultations booked in now, which is amazing. Great. I thought it would be a while before people would do that actually, but I have 2 booked in. I've already helped a lady with a wig, and she's so excited to get it. Oh, and we were going to do the fitting actually today after I've been with you, but because it's not quite finished yet, I wanted her to see the full effect, so she's coming next week. Yeah. But she's so looking forward to flicking her hair, and it's just there aren't. I don't think people know what questions to ask yet. Yeah. So I'm hoping that by my website, which launched at the early hours of this morning, I was up waiting until midnight for it to launch. I'm so excited about it, Catherine. It's amazing. Yeah. Sarah, who's worked on it tirelessly for months, has done an amazing job.
So people can have a little look on there in terms of
there's a load of questions that I've tried to preempt what people might be thinking and afraid to ask, or you know, you don't know what to ask if you don't know an awful lot about the subject. But so hopefully I can take away some of that. But no question is silly. I'm always on the end of the phone, and if you get me started talking about wigs, just make sure you block out enough time when you ring me.
But that's the thing, I suppose. So for people, if they are sort of a bit on the fence, it's, you know, I guess have a look at that, have a look at the information you've got on there, but actually just reach out to you, just, you know,
and even if it's only for a special occasion, you know, if someone is thinking, oh God, my hair is so thin now, and everyone's going to notice at my son's wedding or the christening or whatever, even if it is just for that, although to be fair, I will warn people, it never really is just that. Yeah. They'll be sitting here confessing to you in 3 years' time that they have 300 and something wigs.
Because they start off that and then they're like, gosh, I felt so incredible. Yeah.
I mean, I have friends who borrow my hair and say, oh, can I have that one to take to my hairdresser on Friday? Because I want the highlights just like that.
Yeah. That's amazing. Wow. It's absolutely incredible. So in terms of just going back to the location-wise, where you are, and sounds like there's a really lovely kind of a bit of a community in terms of the businesses there as well.
I'm on Saxon Business Park in Littleport, and there are several hairdressers, there's a dog groomers, and Charlene's lovely. She's coming in to do a podcast with you, isn't she?
Is. Yeah, very soon.
Yes. Yeah. So she's lovely. There's and that's another thing. I've got 3 hairdressers right like outside my door. Plus my best friend owns a hairdressing salon in Ely. So anyone who comes to me for a week, they might say, "Oh, I love the colour, Helena, but I'm so used to having a fringe." Yeah. No problem. We can get one cut in. That's fine. So I've got plenty of people who can help with that as well. So
that's incredible. Really wow. And I think, I don't know if you found this as well. I think we've been really lucky here as well. I think just the general kind of business community in and around Ely, I think everyone's just seems very, very supportive.
That's why I chose Ely. I'm an Ely girl all the way. I'll look at my diary and think, oh, I've not got anything on today. I think I'm going to pop to Ely for a bubble tea or walk down by the river, or, you know, there's just something about Ely has always drawn me. And I started off with a venue here, then we said it was a journey earlier on. Absolutely. Then it veered towards maybe Huntington, and then I came back because it was like, I still want to be in Ely. And as soon as I found where the clinic is now, I was like, that's it, I'm home. I know, I think
that's the thing. It's it's kind of, I think especially for independent, I think so for, given what you do as well, I think there's that real sense that everybody's kind of happy to promote each other.
It's all mine, the clinic is now. I don't have to share it on certain days, because if I have someone who wants a massage on a Wednesday, I think, oh, that's not the day I have the room.
I can't do it.
I can do anything for any, I can do whatever people need.
Yeah, absolutely. So you said launch day is next week. So when this actually comes out, it will be a couple of days' time.
Yeah.
So the 1st of July. Very excited. How are you feeling about it? Nervous? Excited?
No, I'm excited. I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've put the work in, or we'll have it all done with Mark, and we've done it ourselves, so it's nice. And Harry's come over and helped as well at times, not much, but he has.
Yeah. token bit of help.
If he can put the PlayStation down long enough. So yeah, it's a family thing.
Yeah.
And we can look at things and think, I remember building that and how long it took. And so but I'm not nervous. I'm just very much looking forward to opening the doors. I've got loads of lovely people booked in that I've been chatting with now, and I just want to meet them, put faces to names, and it'll be lovely. I'm really looking forward to it.
No, I think it's incredible. In terms of your treatment, so think about from the massage side, it's a bit of a curveball for you. Are there is there a particular treatment that you absolutely love doing above all?
Well, the oncology massage and the menopause massage, I suppose that's where it started. And then I was talking to my tutor and saw the benefits of lymphatic drainage, so I added that on. But I think in my heart, it's probably the oncology massage, because, again, I remember sitting with Lisa Pepper at the end of my exam in college, and that was where the little seed was sown. So thank you, Lisa. That's where my heart is, I think. But all of them help people, so my heart is with all of them.
Absolutely.
Really. But I remember when Helrica had a massage one day, and she had 3 hours where she wasn't crying and in pain. And I'd like it if I could send someone home and they had longer than 3 hours. Yeah. But if I could even if it was just 3 hours, and I knew that I had helped them to feel that for 3 hours, it's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so important.
Yeah.
Just incredible. I'm kind of like, oh god. It's just like I said. I think in this day and age, it's just super, super important. So for anybody, I guess, so people that don't, I'm just thinking that from the lymphatic drainage side. Mm-hmm. So obviously, I've heard it talked about before.
Yeah,
I personally I've never had it done before. So what can people expect?
So I had a lady in yesterday, and she's messaged this morning to say how much lighter she felt. So lymphatic drainage helps with, like, if you've been to the gym running, it just helps with the muscles afterwards. It helps with bone density, speeds up recovery after an operation, helps with the swelling, and the scarring would be a lot more, not completely not there, but it would be a lot more minimal. Yeah. And it can also prepare you. Like I said, I have this other lady who I'm preparing for a big operation that's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I definitely will be booking after my holiday, because I know certainly I've noticed definitely as like age wise, flying now, I definitely get water retention a lot more than I've ever used to. I think a lot of lateness. This kind of like sort of,
and it's just good all round wellness anyway, because you're keeping all the everything flowing to where it should be, and it's like a detoxing, just moving everything along. So because things get trapped, and need to get rid of all those toxins. Yes,
lovely. And in terms of your people's first visit, so when they come to you for the first time, talk us through that. Is it anything kind of unique or that sets you apart? Yeah,
as I said, I think it's just the fact that there's no clocks. I will not, I don't have to worry. No one should actually ever meet in a waiting room, because there should be so much time between each appointment that should never happen. Yeah. It's just, I hope they will just go, oh my God, like I can't remember the last time I just slowed down. Yeah. I'm guilty of it myself. I do try, and that's just as well. One of the reasons why I love doing the massage, I think, because while I'm doing that, like I said, I'm not thinking about all the other things that I've got at home to do. Yeah. I just want them to feel relaxed and quiet and calm, and like we said, whether that be on their first visit. One of the things we talked about, like automated messages that are a massive bugbear. Another thing that really annoys me is when you see an advert for, say, like, well, actually I won't say it, but if you see an advert and it says for new customers, for the first 3 months it's £10. What about the people who've been with you for years. Oh, that drives me mad.
Oh, yeah,
so
absolutely.
whether it's your first visit or your 10th visit, there will still always be as if it was your first visit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's, it's absolutely so important, isn't it? It's almost like, kind of when folks have got a customer. Yeah, exactly. And they're sort of like, oh, well, we've got you now. So it's actually okay. And we're just going to keep focusing on the new customers and actually forget that sort of supporting those people that have been with him that whole time. Yeah. You're absolutely right. And then very quickly, because we're vastly running out of time, I just want to think about, so from the business side of it, so for so many different folks we've had on here, different guests of varying, businesses of different sizes and things like that. One of the, I guess one of the themes that people have sort of said about is that feeling of a little bit of overwhelm of like sort of having to wear lots of hats. So obviously when you're running the business, there's all multiple different, you're doing everything, aren't you, basically? Yeah. How have you found that? How have you, and how have you sort of coped with it, I guess?
I found it fine, to be honest, Catherine.
Yeah.
I'm up at 5. Before I went to college, I was like arriving in the car park at 8:23. I would have walked the dogs for 5 miles, got my kid off to school, put a load of washing on, hung it out on the line, and I was there at 8:23 asking for the key to the beauty room to go and put on the heated cabbies or the wax pots, and some of the 16-year-olds would swan in at 11 o'clock. So I'm used to doing a million things all at once. You'd know there's something wrong with me if I'm not doing that.
So it's kind of quite second nature to you, really.
And I must tell you a funny story actually about college, talking about college. I remember one day, so I was in a class of 12, 16-year-olds, and there was me at 45, going on 46 at the time. And one of the girls didn't know I was behind her one day. And she said, oh, she should stay where she belongs, which is in the kitchen, and leave the beauty to the pretty ones. She didn't know I was there. So I went home and told Mark, and I was laughing, and he said, oh, you're taking that really well. And I was like, it's funny. And he said, well, I've been trying to get you in the kitchen for the last 20 years. He said, if she can figure out how to do it in 7 months, more luck to her.
Like it's not happened yet, and it won't do. That's it. Oh my goodness. And that's what there's just oh god, there's so much wrong in that, because I think especially women, we should be the ones that are championing each other above all else, anybody, let alone.
And that's something I found with this, doing all the networking and everything. It's
so like,
amazing.
But that's incredible. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah. Karma will
So I did enjoy holding up that award at King's Lynn College Exchange. And I'm a massive Friends fan, right? So when I went to the awards ceremony, there was 3 of us in our category. There was a boy and a girl and me. And I went over thinking I was going to get 3rd place, so I was really happy with that. Yeah. So the principal called out the first runner-up, so I was thinking that's me. And then the boy's name got called, and I thought, oh, okay, well, I'm not Luke, so that's not me. Amazing, though. Pat on the back. You got 2nd. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. So when he said, and the 2nd place goes to, I stepped forward, Catherine, on the stage in front of probably 400 or 500 people. And he said to me, Helena, you have to wait your turn. It's not you. Oh, I was like, oh my God. So I stepped back. I didn't have to do a Joey where I pretended that I was like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. I really was shocked that I won.
That's
but
amazing.
It just goes to show you that, mature women of any age, whatever age we are, once you set your mind to it and once you decide to do something, we can do it.
Oh, 100%. I couldn't agree more.
And that's the ethos that I plan on having with my clients.
I love that. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. I think actually, if anything, at this age, it's I think you're probably almost more unstoppable than you are at
the best era now. I mean, if I'd had the hair thing back in my 20s and 30s, I would have been dangerous, I think, to be honest. But actually, I think I appreciate it so much more now, because I had the 43 years that I was so sad and it made me so unhappy, that now I'm like, oh my God, I've got so much to make up for. Yeah. And life's just so short. Yeah. And I've learned that, I'll tell you. So you just do whatever makes you happy. Yeah. And be beautiful every day.
I love that. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. So finally, we're coming to an end. What does the future look like at Helrica? What's plan? What's a dream?
This is the one no one likes, I think, don't they? Because you don't want to be like, oh, look at her with her big head and whatever. But I admire the ladies at Fresh in Ely. I think they're amazing, and the awards that they have won for being a women-led business. So that's something I would aspire to. And I want them to be, if I did win an award, I want it to be for the right thing. I don't want it to be for, a generic thing. I want it to be for where I've helped literally have helped the community or... So, but we all have to aim for something, don't we?
Absolutely.
And one day I want a full big wall with nothing but wigs. That's my dream. That's my dream.
Oh,
yeah,
that's amazing. I think there's no doubt you're going to get to both of those.
And then I keep buying ones for the clinic, and then they don't always make it over there.
Oh, okay. So now it's like, I'm buying them for the business, but maybe not.
Oh, look at this one. The layers in this one are really nice. I haven't got one like it. And then Mark's like, yeah, you do. And I was like, none of them are the same.
The slight
If you took all of
nuances.
them out of the boxes and put them in a pile on the floor, I could tell you what is what one.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just love your energy. I love it. From I think the minute I met you, or even just the messages, I was like, I can tell you're doing this for the right reasons. You're doing it to genuinely
so worried
help
about
people.
talking today. I was like, is it going to be all this and, stuttering and whatever. But it's like Gemma said to me, you know your business more than anybody else. You know why you're doing it. And I think the thing I love the most is that I don't have to have that, I must get 7 people on the bed to pay my rent. I must do this, I must do that. I don't have to. There's none of that. That's not what I'm doing it for.
Absolutely. So, and I think people can tell that, and I think they definitely will tell that, when they come in as well. And I think there's no doubt that you're going to make such a difference to a lot of people.
And all I'll say is it's a good job it's free parking at Saxon Business Park, because I think people would be sending me their tickets saying, can you reimburse this, or you owe me?
Yeah, I got clamped or something because I've been there that long. It's like, it was a great massage. However, the stress afterwards.
Yeah. And talking about cars, actually, and as I have this on the table. So Erica had always wanted a Mini.
Yeah.
And I always wanted a Mini.
Oh.
And she ordered one before when she was poorly, but she didn't even get to have it. She had to cancel the order. So now I have a Mini for the two of us, and her name is Erica.
Oh,
so that's my Mini
amazing.
Story.
I love it. And I've seen it this morning. It's a gorgeous Mini.
Oh, as I was driving around a million times outside trying to find the place.
I got to see it, so that's all good. It's very good.
It's a good job I didn't set off at like 5 a.m.
See, that's what, being early
See,
is
Gemma,
good
that's
for.
what being early is for.
Exactly. Lovely. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you
Catherine,
here.
it's been
Thank you so much.
lovely.
I have no doubt it's going to be great. So people, if they haven't obviously heard about you and haven't come and booked in yet already, where can people find you?
They can find me on the usual Facebook, Instagram, but really just go and look at my website. It's that's my baby now. It's my website.
Amazing.
And it launched in the early hours of this morning, and I stayed up to see it launch. So yes,
incredible.
and it's helricamassage.co.uk.
Lovely.
You'll find me there. But
Perfect.
I'm always on the end of the phone. So
Bless you, lovely. And we'll link all of that in obviously when we publish the podcast episode as well.
And I look forward to seeing it also. I'm opening on the 1st, which is Wednesday, and then I have a little gathering on the 25th of July, because that will be 3 years since I said goodbye to Erica. And so I've just got a few people who've supported me along the way, and people who've helped me with the start of my journey, and my the person I trained with, and friends, and special people coming on that Saturday just to have a few nibbles on purple paper plates.
Love that.
Everything's purple. So purple plates, and just hopefully the weather will be nice, and we can spread out onto the courtyards, and the other local businesses on the courtyard are coming down to say hi, and it's lovely. So come along and you can meet all the other places.
Wonderful.
So, because what happens there is someone might drop their dog off for a dog room for 2 hours, and then they go and have their hair cut, or they go and have their nails done, and now they can pop down another time and have their massage done.
Yeah,
so,
it works out very well.
Yeah. Except the poor dog might be waiting for a bit longer.
That's it. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for coming
nice
in.
To having you invite me in, Catherine. Thank you.
No, it's amazing. I think it's so important what you're doing, and I'm sure lots of people are going to benefit from it.
Very excited.
Yeah,
Thank
lovely.
you.